Once you've tasted this recipe, you'll know how to do chicken the right way. Today I'm going to make some grilled chicken. This is a good one. It's a marinade recipe that I like to do when I want a unique flavor for a chicken breast, but I don't want to have to sauce it up. This makes for a good sandwich, makes for a great breast just to put on a plate by itself. Either way, whether you do something with it like turn it into a sandwich or a wrap, or if you're just having a beautiful breast on the plate with some vegetables, you're going to love this recipe. This recipe has lemon in it, has garlic in it. It is absolutely filled with flavor. I look forward to showing you this, so come this way. Let's look at these ingredients. I want to show you how I like to grill my chicken. Come on. The ingredients I have for this fantastic chicken, very simple. We've got lemon here. We're using lemon juice, some pepper, basil, and garlic. All right, and we're putting that with these beautiful breasts over here. Or if you prefer to call those pterodactyl breasts, they're almost that size, I think. Anyway, we're going to take those and put those big old breasts on the grill after we give them a good marinade. Now I'm looking at about a 3, sometimes 4-hour marinade here. Let me show you how we do this. Let's get it going. I'm going to mince up my garlic. Something I want to mention, a couple things. I'm going to take that paper off the garlic. Look at what I'm doing. See how I just gave it a little squeeze and twist very lightly. I don't have to twist hard enough to break this. Just loosen the paper and it just comes right off. I've watched folks do all kinds of fancy ways of removing the paper from garlic, and wow, I don't get it. Yeah, it's not that tough. Okay, so just do what I did. Give it a little twist, a little flex. When you hear that paper crackle, it's loose. It's coming off. Okay, that's all there is to it. Right there. Something else I'll get rid of when I'm using garlic for marinating is that scab. Now, you don't have to for marinating, but it's just such a habit of mine whenever I'm working with garlic that I just remove it, okay? When you're going to mince garlic, I recommend that you crush it. Otherwise, as you're cutting it, the things can kind of bob around on you and it's hard to get them under control. So mash them and they don't do that, okay? Just like that. It just keeps it from rolling around on you. So now as I go to chop it, I'm going to do a coarse chop to begin with. Keeps that under control. Now notice what I'm doing to cut this up. There's a couple of different ways that you can chop something like garlic to get, you know, a really fine mince. One way is just to go at it like that. Not going to hurt a thing, all right? You might knock more garlic off of the board that way. Another method that you'll do less damage is just rocking it back and forth. Once you get used to this, you'll go pretty quick. The method I'll also show you is one that's very fast. This is one I learned from a French chef when I was a boy. All right, so here's what we do. Fingers on the back of the knife up here, these fingers, with the thumb turned under. If you don't keep this thumb turned under, that thumb is going to get in the way and it's going to get chopped by that blade, so keep it pulled under. This technique is specific. Fingers on top. This controls movement on the blade. And the hand, instead of choking up, this time we're going to pull back because all we're doing is moving it up and down. And it doesn't have to be a forced movement. It can be quick and light. Okay, thumb under. All right, now let's speed this up a little bit. So what we're going to do here, it's going to be a lot of fun. When you're going to speed this up, it's just a matter of learning to do it over time, okay? Practice, 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 and eventually the speed will come with it. Don't try to force it. Pay attention to the quality of your cut. The last little tidbit I'll give you is, this is something I learned, that if you tilt that blade slightly, not that much, but just a little bit from straight up and down, then when you're mincing through your garlic, you'll do a much cleaner cutting job. There we are. Wasn't too tough. You can get a garlic press, but I'm going to say this. I've tried cleaning garlic presses out before. Easier said than done. So what I want to do to mix my marinade together is I'm going to use a glass bowl, and that way I don't get any reaction with metals or anything like that. It's a smart way of doing it. Well, wasn't that garlic mincing fun? I actually like mincing garlic. I think it's a lot of fun. All right, now, whenever you're knocking something off of the blade of a knife, don't ever run your finger down it lengthwise because you're going to cut yourself. Knock it off away from that edge, not along the edge. I'm ready to get all my ingredients mixed in this bowl, and then we're going to start marinating next. So we've got the lemon juice here, got the black pepper here, a little bit of our herb there. Now that's basil. And folks, right there we go. Isn't that nice? Simple enough. Doesn't require anything more. The marinade is made. Okay, now we just got to get the chicken made. I want to start by putting my bag right over the edge of this. I just put the inside of the bag right up against that. Pour my marinade right off into it all at once, just like this. And there, my bag is ready for my chicken to get marinated. So the next thing, my breasts go right down in here. Isn't this easy? Okay. Now, before I move on, I would like to mention, you see me using cooking gloves. If you think this is unusual, well, let me tell you something. This speeds cooking, okay? And let me show you how. I don't have to wash my hands, okay? My hands are already clean. I just need to move on. Now, I want to go ahead and get the excess air pushed out of this. It doesn't matter if there's some in there, but you just don't need a lot. There we go. Now we are covering the chicken. See, I'm already leaking. My pouch is leaking right here. And so that's why I want to caution you about, using a bowl right there. Okay, put this in the bowl, and it pulls the juices right up over the top of the chicken, allowing them to marinate better. Okay, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there has been an old debate when it comes to grilling, and this debate goes back to the invention of both the gas and charcoal grills, okay? So what we're looking at here, some folks like charcoal, some people like to cook with gas. Now, I'm one of those that likes gas. I'm going to mention this though. If you like the flavor of charcoal and you have a gas grill, here's how you get the charcoal flavor, okay? You don't have to have a charcoal grill. You wrap your charcoal, just a smaller amount. You wrap that up in foil, okay? Poke holes in the foil. The charcoal will heat up on the grill. You just put this packet underneath the grill grate. That charcoal is going to heat up, and as it does, it's going to begin to smolder and release the smoke through the holes that you put in the foil. This will smoke your food just as easily and thoroughly as if you cook on the charcoal itself. You can also use other woods. I have mesquite here, and I'm going to be using this mesquite wrapped in the foil to give me a beautiful mesquite flavor as I grill today. If I'm going to make a foil packet for smoking, here's what I do. And it's just as simple as wrap it up in foil, okay? Don't make this a hard process. I can use one of my skewers if I wish to poke some holes. And it doesn't take many, okay? Just a couple in the sides. And this thing will smoke wonderfully, okay? So that's going to release its smoke. It'll do a beautiful job. That is my smoke packet. And I take this and I put it right underneath the grill grate on top of the heat dispersers. And I put it right at the very back of the grill. It does its job and the grill works just fine. That little charcoal packet that we've made, two ways we can do it. Now, if my burner is one of those that is really close to the bottom of the grate, I would simply put this right on top, right at the back. But since my burners are lower and I have these heat dispersing bars, I will put this right over the top of my burners, just like this. And I will put this directly over that. That becomes my smoke element, and it'll fill the whole grill beautifully. And it's going to give this beautiful, beautiful flavor of this mesquite wood. I could have done it every bit as easily with this, simply wrapping the charcoal in the foil. So whether you like one flavor or another, it's still doable on your gas grill. Go ahead and give it a shot. And if you're trying to decide which grill to go with, folks, barbecue is wonderful, but you got to wait for the bricks to heat. You're going to spend a lot of money on this fuel. The gas, you spend some money on it, but not as much. The gas preheats faster, 10 minutes, and your grill is ready to cook on with hot, sear-ready grates. And then at the same time, you're producing smoke at that point too. Much more controllable because you can raise or lower the flame at any point and have the heat where you want it. You can cook open or closed lid. I really like the propane better, and I'm not trying to sell anybody on it. I'm just letting you know your options. With your charcoal, of course, you get that wonderful woody flavor, and it is an intense flavor. The charcoal is, well, I guess you get lots of ash to put in your garden afterwards and amend the soil with, or something like that. Anyway, you got your choices. Enjoy grilling either way. It's a lot of fun. Now I'm going to get this thing heated up. These have been 4 hours in the marinating. Now I've turned my grill on, and as a general rule it takes about 10 to 12 minutes to heat up. Today's a very windy day, so it's probably going to heat up a little slower. Oh wow, these chicken breasts look beautiful, they really do. Now I am not going to do anything to these. I'm not going to touch them other than just adding some oil, and that will be to help prevent any sticking during cooking. And then also we're going to be adding a little bit of outside seasoning, some pepper, seasoned pepper. In addition, also some salt. So it makes these come out really nice. What I like to do is to season these the same exact way I would if I were going to season a steak or something like that. Plain salt and a seasoned pepper, and this is it's a proprietary mix, so I'm not going to tell you brand names or anything. I'm just going to say find something you like, or if you want, the cracked pepper that's already on there is probably going to be good enough. If you want to add a little more, you can. Here's what we do. I'm going to put some olive oil on this. I can just brush it on as I have in the bottle there, or I can tell you about this little thing. This is a pump-up sprayer, and it's designed to hold liquids, and you can spray them just like any aerosol sprayer would. So that's what it does. It allows me to apply oil to whatever surface I want. There we go. Give it a nice coating. I'm going to hit it with some salt, seasoned pepper, and then these are ready for the grill. Isn't that nice? We got all that garlic on it, those herbs. Oh, there's our timer talking to us. Same way I would a steak. And it's going to add a little more color to it. Look at that. Those beautiful little red flakes that I get on this pepper. Yeah. There we go. Do the other side exact same way. And another little trick. If you're going to show off your chicken, it's usually best to show the skin side, that smooth side right there, and that looks impressive. So put that down onto the heat first. All right, that's the side you want down first. Right, this has been preheating. I've been getting a beautiful smell of the smoke off of that wood. It's not intense, but it's going to be perfect for this. So I need to get my breasts up in here. Just like this. There we go. That is going to make gorgeous grill marks right there. Okay, we give it some time, a little bit of smoke. I'm going to give these 4 to 5 minutes per side. Now these are big, thick ones. Going to be closer to 5 on these. This one here can be 4 minutes. Just like that, folks. Nothing more to it. All right, let's take a look at our chicken. Isn't that beautiful? There we go, folks. That's what your chicken should look like right there. Gorgeous breasts. So what we're going to do is we're going to give them another, easily 5 minutes on the other side, because we've got meat in the middle of that breast that's still soft right there. There and there. This one still soft also. All right, let's take a look inside of this guy. Oh yes. Very nice. Beautiful cook on it. Yeah, and nice and juicy. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That juice just pressing out when I press on that. And that is just what I'm looking for. Cooked like a fine steak would be. All right, and that's the way you need to do a chicken breast like this. Do it the right way, do it up. But remember, chicken breast doesn't mean dry. Not if you do it the right way. Don't overcook it. Use that olive oil before you cook it. Oh man, this marinade, garlic, lemon, both just hitting you immediately. This basil in the background with the smokiness of the wood on the grill. All together, this is fantastic chicken. So I'm going to recommend that you try this dish. Enjoy it, you will. And take a look right underneath here in the description box. I've got some information there. Links to my website, S.A.Trotter.com. That's where I have the recipes. Also, there's a link to Texas Cooking Today there, here on YouTube. There's, at this time, more than 640 episodes. So take a look. There's plenty for you to go through and try and make. And if there's not what you want already shown there, type it out in the comments right under here. If you would, please drop a comment and a suggestion if you'd like. Click the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And folks, please have you a very good day. Enjoy your chicken. Oh yeah. I wanted to speak to you for just a moment about my recipes. Now, I put out my recipes, okay? They're on my website. Now, I don't put out your average everyday recipe. You know, I had somebody comment to me recently. He said, why would I do that when they're available everywhere for free? There's a little difference. Those that are for free, and I've printed them out, you have too, little tiny thing in the corner of the piece of paper that's covered with ads most of the time, and then it's not very descriptive. Not mine. Mine are worth having. Okay, so when you get one of mine, it's designed to be printed in such a way that it can be put into like a 3-ring binder. Look at this. Look at the quality on it. Look at how clear this is. The imagery is beautiful. So they can be printed, and this is the way I've designed mine, is so that it can be printed back to back. And then you end up with, you know, a complete recipe that works in a book. And it comes out absolutely beautiful. Pictures that depict everything that you need to do in the recipe. Now, not all of them are exactly that way, but a lot of them are, and I'm getting more and more done this way. And I'm putting a hard push towards good quality recipes that give better instructions than everybody else's. And that's the reason I do them this way. These are designed to have holes punched in them. Let me pull this up and do this with it. Look, 3-ring binder, boom, punch holes in it, you have it right there. Everything's all available for you, okay? So, pardon me, I didn't mean to hit the mic. Anyway,
Really cool idea. A great way to do your recipes. Instead of having to buy a book of 50 recipes to get 10, you just pay for the 10 recipes, save a whole lot of money, and you got a better idea for how to keep your recipes. Thanks for watching. Please enjoy what I provide. Check out Texas Cooking Today. There's a lot, I mean a lot of recipes there. And if you would, take a look in the description box down underneath me here, and you'll find the links to my website, to Texas Cooking Today, to the stuff that I do, and how to keep up with me and to find out a little bit more. Thank you very much. You have a good day.